Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. It's about the nicest day we've had this year now. It's quite warm outside, about 7 or 8 degrees. So it's not too bad in the greenhouse at the moment. The heater's not working perfectly, and I've a few more heaters here that I've tried out that I've had over the years, and none of them are any good. So I'll have to go to the tip with them and get rid of them. But for today, what we're going to do is we're going to start on splitting these plants. Now, the one in front of you is a very big, or fairly big, Dendrochilum glumaceum, and we'll take it out of its pot, have a look at it, have a look at the roots. I mean, because this has been probably repotted, it's a few years ago anyhow. So what's happened to this plant that it's not looking too good is that the medium has probably broken down, and once the medium has broken down, the plants will start to suffer. So we're going to take this out of the pot and have a good look at it. And I don't know how I'm going to get it out of this pot. I don't want to cut the pot open. Where did this come from? Oh, this come from, oh blimey, it's been in this pot ages. This came from Burnham Nurseries, and it's years since we've been down there, so she must have had this plant at least 10 years. So we'll put the label there and see if we can get it out of the pot. I don't know how we're going to do it. Oh, it's going to come out easily. Oh yeah, the bees are really broken down on this. Oh. Yeah. This needs a thorough clean up. I mean, you can still see the little pot it was in when we got it. Just show you. I mean, this has been in quite a large pot, and this is what we can see. All full of moss again. Horrible. So this is going to take me quite a bit to clean this up. But should I do it on camera or should I not? I mean, it's going to take a long time, so if I do this on camera, then, well, it's going to, it's going to be a 45-minute long, or even longer than that, video. But I know you don't like long videos, so I'll clean this up a bit. We'll just have a good look. These are flower spikes dropping off. There's plenty of flower spikes on it. Let me see them here. Plenty of flower spikes on it, but this does really need a good clean up. Now, these plants come from the Philippines, and they are epiphytic. I mean, they will grow on trees. They're generally found growing on trees. So the big open basket that it's planted in is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. They like warm conditions, and but like most other orchids, keep them away from afternoon sun, because the leaves easily get burnt. And when these leaves get burnt, they look horrible. These plants can become very big, you know, if you give them the right conditions. They'll grow and grow and grow. Our president of the club now has one that's huge. You can't even lift it up, and that flowers it flowers beautifully. It must have 50, 60 spikes on it. I would think a medium light is very good for these. Because they like warm conditions, And with being epiphytic, they'll grow in trees, so they'll get a lot of shade, and they will like air movement as well. You know, because if you don't give these air movement, or any orchid air movement, then you can head for quite a lot of problems. You know, it can cause rot and all sorts of problems if you don't give them good air movement. And with air movement, I don't mean it's going to be, you know, blowing a gale, things like that. You know, and don't mistake air movement for drafts, because drafts are equally bad for these things. And then pot it up in what I call a light medium, which is one which will let the water pass straight through and not keep the roots wet. Because if these roots are kept wet, this will happen to it. Always allow them to dry out virtually before re-watering again. Now, once these are flowered, then what you should do, you should give it some a high nitrogen feed. You know, this will promote the growth of the pseudobulbs. And once the pseudobulbs have matured, you can give this plant a rest for 5 or 6 weeks. Give it a rest, and that's tough. And then, after it's had its rest, start giving it some high phosphate, which will promote the flowering of it. I still don't know what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to make a mess of it somehow. There's a bit there that's loose already. Well, we can probably make a little plant out of that one with a bit of luck. I think I'll have a look for that's it. These pseudobulbs all soft and anyhow, we'll sort something out for it. Well, I am going to really need to sit down for this one. All this has been in here for years. And it's absolutely rotten. It's not like Sheila to let them go like this, but I can see where she has it hung up high. She's just been watering it, which I would have done as well. But unfortunately, it hasn't worked. Although there are some decent roots here. They're not all dead. But cleaning this out is going to be one hell of a job. I mean, these are really beautiful plants when you get them in show condition. They're absolutely lovely. So I'm just poking away at it with the scissors. It's coming free a little bit, but I'll have to poke with this a lot more. Be a bit rough with it because I'm not bothered about being a bit rough with it because I'm going to have to chop it up in a bit. And I hope when I've removed all this from here that I can break it with my hands. Because sawing through it, I will ruin quite a lot of the pseudobulbs. Yeah, this is coming out, but slowly. You see, that's the root. It looks good, but when I cut through it, it's a dead root. Let's start from the bottom here a bit. Well, I'm glad this is going to be the worst of the three. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch off. I'm going to carry on poking away at this until we get somewhere. And then I'll just come back to you. As I said before, I could leave it on and have a longer video, but you don't want to see me poking at this all the time, do you? There are one or two. I mean, that looks like a nice root. Let's see if it is. No, it's dead. So I'll have a poke away at this and see where I get to. Well, I've done as much as I can here. You can see where I've loosened all the so-called roots what are still living, and now we've got to try and split it. So we've got to see if it'll move by my hands instead of a saw. Well, I think it will. Yep. Oh, it's coming apart quite easily. Look at that. Right. Can I split this bit here? Yes. Right, I didn't think it would come apart as easy as this. What do I do with that? What do we do with this one? I don't know. That one. I don't know what to do with that one. Anyhow, we'll see how we go. I'll try and keep, that's one anyhow. I'll put that on one side. That's another one. That's two. That's three. That's another one I'll have to see what I can do with later. He's coming apart again. Ah. That's four. And then I think we'll leave this one like it is, because oh no, it's come apart quite easily. Actually breaking in two again. Look at that. Oh, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 little bits there and 4 there. So that's about 11. Now we'll have to see about cleaning the roots up and repotting. Well, I've been at this all afternoon and I've still got all these to pot up somehow, and these are what I've already done. One, two, three, four, five, six. 6 there already done, and I've got at least another 1, 2, 3, 4, at least another 6 there to do. So I'm going to leave it now, and I'm going to thank you for watching. I don't want to bore you any longer with this, and I mean, they're taking some doing the Dendrochilum glumaceum, they are, and I must have about 12 plants of them left after this. So thanks very much for watching, and tomorrow I'll be doing another repotting of, I don't know what it is, it's either a Coleogene or a Chelonestelli. So we'll have a look anyhow. So thanks for watching. We'll just have a look at the ones I've repotted again, and until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.